We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
But Kev, I have no sympathy. I mean, empathy, not sympathy. Empathy for white people. I have just come to the real. Yeah, I have just come to the realization. I have just come to the realization that I have no empathy for white people. Now,
like empathy is more of an understanding, like
yes,
right, yeah,
yes, and sympathy is different from empathy. Sympathy is cool. Outside of the white people that I personally know, that don't apply to them, of course.
Right.
And yeah, and of course I ain't gotta say no names. I shouldn't have to say
that. Even when a person say, man, you know, family is stab you in the back. They're not talking about the whole family. They talking about the ones that stabbed them in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about the ones that know. That's
exactly.
Talking about the ones that know. So that being said, I do have sympathy, even with all my jokes about me being a misanthropist. Mm-hmm. I do have sympathy on my fellow human. You know, I care if somebody was to, you know, a kid or something. Put it like this: when I watch movies and it's a sensitive portion, I don't hold back my tears. I let it go. I let it rip. You know, going back to Will, when Will Smith cry, you will cry as well.
Will Smith cry, you will cry.
Exactly. But going back to me not having empathy for white people, like, man, I feel like, matter of fact, I know I could literally watch a white person get hit by a car right here in front of me. Dang. You get pulled over by the cops, you getting beat down, I would not have empathy for you. This is why I think I feel like that. Matter of fact, this is why I know I feel like that. But I don't want to say I'm 100 confirmed on me not having empathy for the ethnic group white or Caucasian, if you want to get scientific, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's because of how we are as a people. Like, white people didn't have any empathy about making us into niggas that we are. White people had no empathy when they killed a family member, beat a family member, raped a family member of you. They had no empathy about the rest of the generation of said family, which brought forth niggas. Well, not brought forth niggas because white people are the niggas. They brought forth themselves, which are niggas, but they created what we call niggas. And in the midst of all of that, that's what happened. It just got me thinking, and watching all of this that's going down now, how you can read it, and not only can you read it, these niggas are telling you straight up, no subliminalness, no using certain words or whatever. These niggas are straight up telling you what they gonna do and how they gonna do it and how you are going to react to it. All because of what they done to us in history. And we are doing exactly what they said. Exactly what they said. We are reacting how they said we are going to react to it. We are taking it like they said we gonna take it. I mean, I was thinking about this, like, dang, man, I see I have seen some stuff, not in person, but I watch all these videos of the rare ones that you can find of white stuff happening to white people. Like when it comes to cops or something that somebody racist or so-called racist have done to them, and they act like what they're trying to throw out in the world now called reverse racism, which is like, what the heck? There's no such thing as reverse racism, because First of all, for you to even call it reverse racism, you're acknowledging the fact that racism is a thing. When you already stated that this ain't no racist place. So I'm like, man, nah. As of right now, white people get struck down. You can line them up. I'm be like, it's gonna be an entertaining show to me. But I also feel bad too, because not all of them deserve it. But this is why I have no empathy for the ones who don't deserve it as well. Who deserved it from us? Who deserved it from us? Like, we deserve to get our foot cut off because we decided to run away from getting beat and raped and all that stuff. So we deserve what happened to us because of that. We deserve to get raped in front of the congregation just to prove that we ain't the man that we claim to be. We deserve to get... These niggas just now passed... Before I even say what I'm about to say, empathy for white people. This is how they play you and want us to have empathy for them. Is they come up with acts or bills, and you don't even see it in the names of these bills. Make black people feel good about themselves act or bill. Like, stop it with these retarded names of stuff, man. Just put the bill out there, or in fact, acknowledge the fact that why you got to put the bill out here now when it should have been put out here way back before my granddaddy was born. So these niggas just now passed the act called Emmett Till Act, where you basically is stating, pat him on the hand. No, don't lynch nobody. What's wrong with you? No, don't lynch. First of all, why is it an act just for lynching when that's murder? Right. You make it seem like when somebody get murdered, they hang them to be an example for anybody else that decide to act out, and that notion is called lynching. No, you're hanging them to death. That is called lynching.
They're dying.
Yeah. Exactly, which is murder.
You can squirm until they can't breathe no.
Exactly, which is murder. So you mean to tell me that it's okay to lynch just as long as they're not dead when you do it? But this is not a racist country, though. If this is not a racist country, how in the heck are you even talking about even passing this law before the law even got passed? But it's not a racist country. And you want us to have empathy for these niggas. Again, I care about my fellow man. I care about my fellow humans. Yes, I still claim to be a self-proclaimed misanthropist. It's just you white niggas, y'all niggas need to grow up. Grow up.
Yeah, what up, Akira?
He said, "What up, though?" Yeah, man. Going back to that, I got no empathy for white people, but yeah, I feel like I'm being justified in my racism in this case right here. Right.
Hey, I feel you on this. I definitely, I second that.
That's most definitely a racist thing, by the way, because I'm making this thought process. I'm basing this thought process all on a specific race or ethnic group. But
right.
In this case, I feel like it's justifiable because of their history that they wrote for us to read of them. Which I think, now that I'm thinking about that, I think they wrote that and they trying to hide. They're not even trying to hide it, even though they are rewriting it. But it's kind of like, you know how, like the lynching thing, they hang them to show other blacks that we hang cats over here. Right. As an example. And I kind of look at history now as they wrote that as an example of y'all continue to do what y'all doing. This is exactly what you're going to get. This treatment that history has. You already, so you don't have to be in the shock if something happens to you.
Right. You already know what time it is.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess officially I'm a racist now.
Yeah. You are. You said, is that what you are? Is that what you call it?
Do you have anything to say about that, Cat? You want to add anything to that?
I mean, man, you said it already.